contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditati Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. This just might get us closer to the walker gear supplier, Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
The targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Where are your
Map
friends?
has been updated.
Where are your friends? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
CPN is Delta 2. Het konvooi pas in van onze troepen in de ruimtetrek. Ons heeft waarschijnlijk uitdagen. Begeer instructie. Over. CPN begrijp. En het verlies is onuitvaarbaar. Voor jullie oorlog. Uit.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Help!
Okay, subject is in.
CPN, dit is uw team. Als een verdachte ballon gezien. Als mogelijke inbreker. Moet ik gewoon zoek. Over. Dat is CPN, begrijp. Alleen in je rest. Die is paraat. Uit.
on board. Leave the rest to us.
Marker placed. You have arrived.
He's coming too.
Destination.
Roger that.
Wat? Werkelijk.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Vijand! Schiet! Langzamer voor! Alles is hier. Ons is in volle contact met vijandige maat. Alle eenheden bereid voor aanval.
That's a target. Eliminate it any way you'd like. Another one down. Now for the next. Nice work. Fire! 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 Fire!
Outpost captured.
Target eliminated. Great. Now on to the next. That's the way. Great. No targets remaining. Your objective's complete. Infiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Er is hier, begrijp. Alle eenheden, hou vast. Ik vind enige indrukken. Uit.
Fire!
Extraction arrived at Memphis.
Mission complete, boss. Mission complete. Great work. Boss, we were right. Once you'd eliminated those walker gears, a resupply call was made from Ditati to CFA headquarters. The CFA then contacted none other than Saner. That's right, the shell company that owned Mfinda oil field. So Saner was just a front for Cypher. The resupply won't be happening just yet. But we did learn that the walker gears are transported out of Nova Braga Airport. Apparently, there's a distribution network on the Savannah that links all the PF outposts. I'll have the intel team investigate this network. If Cypher is supplying PFs with walker gears, the PFs have to be offering them something in return. We follow the money trail. We might just find ourselves on Cypher's doorstep. Boss, the intel team has come back with its report following its investigation into PF logistics. Cypher has to be involved with this distribution network somehow. One thing in particular caught my eye. A convoy that regularly crosses the Savannah. On paper, it's just mined resources going to the government, but the security's much too heavy. At the very least, it's worth checking out. Take a look at the mission.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Hey fella, wat gaan aan? We handen voor contact!
Onbekende vijand op mijn kant. Eerst om contact te bevestigen.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Help! Extraction.
You gotta extract him.
Mother base. Development project has been added. the base.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We've got to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it. Pashto English interpreter operating in that area. If you extract him, he could be plenty useful for us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Что происходит?
Guard post captured. Side absolute updated.
Okay, subject.
Extraction arrived at Mid-Base. Unit function.
You gotta extract him.
You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mid-Base.
Miller told you, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was
Where is she?
You mean quiet? In her cell, of course.
Why did you send her out with the boss on that mission?
She proved herself well enough, didn't she? The boss sure knows talent when he sees it.
That woman will never be one of us. She's targeting him.
Don't forget, we do owe her one.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember what happened when she first got here? She shot down the aircraft Cypher sent after us. Not only that, she hit the cockpit. Who else could have done that? We're talking about a fighter jet traveling at Mach speed.
What's your point?
If she hadn't been there, the boss's chopper would be at the bottom of the ocean right now. Or it would have been followed right back to Mother Base. So let's say she does have some elaborate scheme in the works. If you want to catch her in the act, all we can do is sit back and wait. On the other hand, if she swears allegiance to the boss like our other Fulton recruits, he couldn't ask for a better partner.
She's got you fooled.
I have eyes on her. If she tries anything, she'll regret it.
Emmerich is developing the walker gear for you and is supporting the R&D team from confinement.
We're continuing to monitor him to make sure he doesn't try anything.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Afrikaans English interpreter operating somewhere in that area. If you extract him, he could be plenty useful for us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
When you want to begin a mission, open your iDroid and select it from the mission list. I sent a list of selectable missions to your iDroid. They're all jobs that only you can handle.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
That's the target.
Contact!
Completed.
He's coming too.
Extraction
Roger that.
arrived at Mother Base.
You got to extract him.
Marker placed.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
That's African peach. The shape of its petals gives it the nickname the pincushion. It's used in local traditional medicine as a pain reliever and tranquilizer. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at the mother base. Marker removed. Marker
That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Analysis complete. Development complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete.
Where are you?
The map has been updated. Development complete.
You gotta extract him.
Complete.
That's the target. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Moeder. Alsjeblieft. Mooi te doen.
Extraction arrived You have arrived at your destination.
Fire!
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa.
When did that start?
No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here.
They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning.
The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the Walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread.
Like what?
It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit, for anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend.
A nuclear deterrent.
Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property?
Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks.
Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world.
So, what is Cypher really up to?
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Mission not accepted.
Boss, about those walker gears deployed by the CFA. It appears that it's not just the CFA. PFs all along the Angola-Zaire border are also getting equipped with them. The bipedal technology was developed by the Soviets, but Cypher's the one supplying it to the PFs. The question is why? What's in it for them? The answer may lie in the compensation being traded to Cypher by the PFs. Many outfits operating in Africa get locally mined resources as spoils of war. Diamonds, nuggets of gold, and rare metals. According to the intel team, there's a PF convoy that regularly transports the goods, escorted by armored vehicles, no less. Pretty heavy. Where's the escort unit?
Updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence. The map has been updated.
Dus nee, ik mag weer op de bom op die dood. Kom op. Dis heeft jy saam gewerk en as die voertuig staan nie eers. Die seermaas kontrakteer om aan te werk. Precies. Die maatskappy met veel werknemers voorte wat die werk aanvang. Jene gesend aan maande en jas. Dit is die dag. En hier moet ons chom met het cliënt afgeweid worden. Jou chom is by iemand uit. Jy kap
Rain. The sound of rainfall should help to mask your footsteps.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Detected. The map has been updated.
The escort unit isn't there. We must be too late. Is there anything there that might lead us to the target? Look everywhere in the guard post.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Let's come on!
Intel file. Perfect, boss. It's the escort plan for the transport truck. I'm putting the escort unit's predicted route on your iDroid. Get after them. They should rendezvous with the target soon. A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward. Coming too. Roger that. sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. The enemy's on combat alert. Now that they know we're chasing them, the target will make an end run to its destination. Hurry up and find that truck.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake? Snake!
Your objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Brada Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now. Start by heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. It should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
Be careful down there, boss.
Where's the escort unit?
The map has been updated.
The escort unit isn't there. We must be too late. Is there anything there that might lead us to the target? Look everywhere in the guard post.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Guard post captured.
Perfect, boss. It's the escort plan for the transport truck. Put in the escort unit's predicted route on your iDroid. Get after them. They should rendezvous with the target soon.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction failed. Plant expansion complete. Marker placed.
boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Armored vehicles. Is the target with them?
Zeker de stelt een neerge. Pas er geraas voor. Verzoek iemand om het op te volgen. Hoor. De CVF terug. Stuur iemand om onderzoek in te stellen naar die oorsprong van die geluid. Uit.
Development complete. Supplies requested. Development complete. Supply drop complete.
Bastards are pulling guard duty. That proves the cargo is headed to Cypher. Good. You're in the target truck. The skulls are still nearby. You think you can get away from them?
The target's been destroyed. Mission failed.
Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans.
You can view the escort unit's predicted route on your map. The target should link up with them somewhere along it. Two major PFs to guard it.
Development complete. Development complete. Select a drop point.
Hier
Supplies
is Delta 4.
requested.
Tekens van vijandige activiteit. Verskaap securiteit. Voor. De CFDF begrijpt. Tekens van enigheid vandaag. Uit.
Supply drop complete.
If these bastards are pulling guard duty, that proves the cargo is headed to Cypher.
Analysis complete.
Good. You're in the target truck. Drive it out of the hot zone. Extract the PF transport truck. Throw a wrench into Cypher's plans. You can check the target's location on your iDroid. Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Boss, we searched the truck you recovered. There were two primary types of cargo. First, drums of malachite, a copper ore. That took up most of the truck bed. But malachite isn't valuable enough to warrant an escort. The real cargo was likely the second item, a shielding container. The contents, yellow cake. That's right, the raw material for a nuclear weapon. That might point to the weapon to surpass Metal Gear Emmerich told us about. But who can say? Thing is, there isn't a lot of it. Not enough to make a nuclear warhead. Give us some time. We'll look into it. Try to figure out why they had this under such close guard. The NGO that asked us to rescue wild animals isn't ready to take them in yet. So we had no choice but to build an animal conservation platform. The NGO said they'll cover all expenses, including the day-to-day housing and feeding costs. If you're interested, take a chopper over and have a look. This is an emergency. We had two intel team agents undercover at the PF, Contract Forces of Africa. The CFA have captured them both. They don't have long to live. You've got to get them out of there ASAP. This means Cypher might be getting wind of our existence. We may need to move more cautiously from now on. I just hope this incident has nothing to do with them. I've added the details to your mission list. Don't let them down, boss.
Enemy presence detected. Enemy presence detect. Please supplies requested. Analysis complete. Supply drop complete.
Get down.
Map has been updated.
Where are the others?
You got to extract him.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Vooraf van 'n indringer gewaar. Bly waaksaam. Ek wil nie prik nie.
Get down. Where are the others? On the ground. Where are the others? Talk.
The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You got to extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Cypher's truck. The PF was transporting two things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt. Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt. However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Shinkalobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago. But you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation, like in Niger, Namibia, South Africa. Why go to an abandoned mine to scrape up whatever's left and ship it out in mass quantities without refining it? They were transporting that yellow cake too, which would suggest they have the technology to refine uranium. Anyway, that about sums it up. Unfortunately, the analysis of that yellow cake is taking a little longer. I'll let you know when it's done.
Project. Select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.